Warm greetings to you all and welcome to the Mysteries of Islam YouTube channel. Our journey here is one of discovery, as we unravel the intricate tapestry of historical and contemporary narratives woven around Islam and the Middle East. Our lens, we bring into focus the complex issues that shape these narratives, shedding light on the paths that have led to our present realities. Today we delve into the roots of the long-standing Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Our journey begins in the late 19th century with the birth of Zionism. This phenomenon marked a significant turn in the course of Jewish history and had profound implications for the Middle East. Zionism emerged as a Jewish national movement aimed at the re-establishment of a Jewish homeland. At its heart was the desire for self-determination, a place where Jews could live without fear of persecution. A crucial figure in the rise of Zionism was Theodor Herzl, an Austro-Hungarian journalist and playwright. Herzl, moved by the plight of Jews in Europe, published Der Judenstaat, or The State of the Jews, in 1896, advocating for the creation of a Jewish state. He is often referred to as the father of modern political Zionism. But what factors led to the rise of this movement? It was a combination of several elements. The escalating anti-Semitism in Europe, particularly the Dreyfus affair in France, where a Jewish officer was falsely accused of treason, was one. The growing national consciousness among Jews, influenced by the broader nationalist movements of the time, was another. The religious belief in a return to Zion, the biblical name for Jerusalem and the land of Israel, also played a significant role, and so, the foundations were laid, a movement was born. Zionism would set the stage for the future conflicts in the region. Its impact would ripple through time, shaping events and destinies in the coming century. Our story continues with the Ottoman Empire, which ruled the region for over 400 years. The Ottoman Empire, a powerhouse of military might and cultural influence, stretched across 3 continents. From the plains of Hungary to the deserts of Arabia, from the steppes of Russia to the coasts of North Africa. Under the Ottomans, the Middle East experienced a unique administrative system. The empire was divided into provinces, or vilayets, each overseen by a governor appointed by the Sultan. The Ottomans, however, allowed a certain degree of autonomy within these provinces, permitting local leaders to maintain their positions and customs as long as they pledged their loyalty to the Sultan. Religious minorities in the Ottoman Empire, including Jews and Christians, were categorized as dhimmis, protected subjects. They were allowed to practice their faith, but were subject to certain restrictions and additional taxes. Despite these limitations, many religious minorities thrived under the relative tolerance of the Ottoman rule, compared to the persecution they faced in other parts of the world. Yet the long reign of the Ottomans was not without its faults. The empire's decline in the late 19th and early 20th centuries created a power vacuum in the Middle East. As the empire weakened, its grip on its vast territories slackened. This led to increasing unrest, nationalist movements, and power struggles, all of which would significantly shape the region's future. The decline of the Ottoman Empire also allowed for the intervention of European powers, eager to stake their claims in the region. These interventions would lay the groundwork for many of the conflicts we see in the Middle East today, including the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The end of Ottoman rule would lead to a new chapter in the history of the region. This chapter would be marked by the rise of new nations, the struggle for self-determination, and the enduring quest for peace in a land steeped in history and faith. As we delve into this chapter in our next segment, we'll explore the Balfour Declaration and its profound impact on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. 1917 marked a pivotal moment in our story with the issuance of the Balfour Declaration. A letter penned by the United Kingdom's then Foreign Secretary, Arthur Balfour, to Walter Rothschild, a leader of the British Jewish community, the Balfour Declaration was a promise that would change the course of history in the Middle East. The document, simple yet profound, declared Britain's support for the establishment of a national home in Palestine for the Jewish people. It was a response to the growing tide of Zionism, a movement advocating for the re-establishment of a Jewish state in the region. The Balfour Declaration was perceived as a beacon of hope by the Jewish community worldwide. It promised them a safe haven, a refuge from the widespread persecution they had been facing. The prospect of a national homeland was a dream that many had nurtured for centuries, a dream that was now within reach. However, the declaration was not without its controversies. At the time, Palestine was home to a significant Arab population who had been living there for generations. The declaration, with its promise of a Jewish national home, was seen as a direct threat to their way of life, their homes, and their future. The Arab population felt betrayed by Britain, as they believed they were promised independence in return for their support during the First World War. The Balfour Declaration, in essence, set the stage for the ensuing struggle over the land. It was a promise that Britain made without consulting the people who were to be most affected by it. The Arab protests and revolts that followed were the first signs of a conflict that continues to this day. The Balfour Declaration is, therefore, a crucial piece of the puzzle in understanding the origins of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. It was a promise made in a different era, under different circumstances, but its impact reverberates through the annals of history. The declaration sowed the seeds of a conflict that has grown into one of the most complex and enduring of our times. The Balfour Declaration would prove to be a major catalyst in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The roots of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict are deep and complex. We have journeyed through time, exploring the birth of Zionism and its development. We delved into the Middle East under the Ottoman Rule, a time of significant change and transformation. And we unpacked Britain's role in the conflict's inception through the Balfour Declaration. Each of these historical events has left indelible marks on the landscape of the current conflict. These are not mere footnotes in history, but the very bedrock upon which the present stands. The past informs the present, and understanding these roots is a step towards grasping the complexities of the ongoing conflict. Join us next time as we continue our journey with the British Mandate fueling the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and help us reach our goal of 500 subscribers. Share, like, and leave your comments. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring.